how a real estate agent can increase their number of broker price opinion assignments by hiring a virtual assistant. The current need for broker price opinions, also known as BPOs. Banks and lenders are right now overwhelmed with a record number of properties needing BPOs. Agents can use BPOs to supplement their income. It serves as an additional stream of income that essentially does not depend on the agent actually selling a property. Agents accepting too many BPOs can find it to be a difficult task, especially if they're trying to handle all that many BPOs by themselves. Before I go ahead and say the solution to that problem, let me go ahead and explain what a broker price opinion is for those who don't understand. Well, a broker price opinion is a tool that is used by lenders to determine the value of a property without them having to actually order a full-blown appraisal. Real estate agents are usually the ones that go out and carry out the BPO orders. Real estate agents are the ones that actually execute the BPOs. You have two types of BPOs. You have the exterior and the interior. The exterior really is the agent going out there and taking pictures of the outside of the property, the streets, the front of the house, the sides, even the address numerals, the street signs, just anything that can be taken, any picture that can be taken from the exterior of the property. Whereas the interior involves both the exterior and also the agent having to go into the property, and taking all the rooms in the property, any kind of repairs that are needed, as well as the mechanical, such as the electrical and the HVAC, the sump pump, and also maybe even the water heater, because the lenders usually want to see that. So agents usually get paid more for the interior BPOs than the exterior because it involves a lot more work. And agents usually can earn between, depending on the type of BPO they're doing and also on the market area, agents usually can earn between $30 to $75, and sometimes in some areas a lot more than that. So how to increase your number of BPO assignments by using a virtual assistant? Well, a virtual assistant can help you with registering or signing up with new BPO companies. So the virtual assistant basically gets all your information from you and goes ahead to start applying to a bunch of different companies. The reason why you want to do that is because the competition between agents for BPOs right now is very fierce, and it becomes a question of if you only apply to maybe a handful of BPO companies and don't do anything about applying for more BPO companies, it now becomes a situation where you're going to ask yourself, how badly do you want to do BPOs? And secondly, how fast can you accept the BPOs? So in order to prevent that and make your BPOs, the number of BPOs you do daily more predictable and more sizable, you need to have your VA go out and apply, to as many BPO companies as possible, so that at the end of the day, you probably will have a bunch of different BPOs that will be assigned to you, as opposed to just if you only had applied to maybe 1, 2, or 3 different BPO companies. But if you had your VA go out and apply to 50 plus BPO companies, there's no reason why you won't have a huge number of BPOs to do each day. You can have your virtual assistants follow up with the BPO companies. But when I say follow up, I mean if your VA calls the company, usually they will tell you, especially when they call the key contacts at the BPO companies that assigned the BPOs. They will, especially when you sign up newly, they will tell you, oh, we don't need any other new agents in your area, or just wait patiently to be assigned a BPO. But the trick is to be a lot more proactive than that, and call when the VAs call, make them ask for BPO reassignments. By that I mean BPOs that other agents were assigned to other agents but those agents, for one reason or the other, were not able to get them done correctly. So now they have to reassign it to someone else. Or also ask for BPOs that need to be done immediately, so you can just go ahead and do it, as opposed to looking for BPOs where they assign you and give you a number of days to get it back. Just ask for those BPOs that either are BPO reassignments or BPO that they need to get done immediately. The reason why I say this is that you would create an impression in the minds of these key contacts at the BPO companies that they can come to you as the person who gets the job done, especially when they need stuff done immediately or when someone else doesn't get it done correctly. So you're now the go-to person, and this would essentially increase the number of BPOs you have daily. You can have your BPO enter in the time consuming BPO data. Each BPO company has a system they use online wherein the data in terms of the pictures of the property and also the information of the comparable property, which is the information of the comparable sold property, or the information of the comparable actively listed properties, are entered into their system. If you were to do it yourself, especially if you're trying to increase the number of BPOs you're going to be doing, it now becomes a time-consuming situation. After taking the pictures, now you have to sit down and enter all those BPO data. Well, if you have a virtual assistant, all you have to do is hand over the comps, the comparable market analysis information to the virtual assistant, and they take their time to enter in all those data. So now you can concentrate on doing a lot more BPOs and just do hand over the data to the virtual assistant, and they enter it on your behalf. Another thing too is, over time, as your virtual assistant works on different types of BPO companies on your behalf, they would essentially create a system wherein they know what exactly each BPO company needs, and over time can actually be trained on how to get that data without you having to supply them that data. So essentially, you're taking yourself out of the equation for doing that task. You can have your virtual assistant go out and take pictures of the property. This actually is, there's two ways to look at this, because if your virtual assistant is located in your same city or your same state, they can actually go out there by themselves in the morning and go out and take all the pictures and then come back in the evening or whatever and then enter in the data. But if the virtual assistant is not located in the same state, like in our case where we have our virtual assistants based in the Philippines, obviously they're not going to be able to take the pictures for you. So what's going to happen now is in our case, we can have the virtual assistants help you find folks on the internet through Craigslist, Kijiji, and other sites to go out there and take the pictures for you. In this economy, people who don't have jobs, they're willing to, they're looking to make money. What I suggest is this VAs go on those websites, puts an ad that they're looking for people to take pictures, and what I suggest is that you pay maybe $10 an hour for them to take a picture of the property, and also pay for their gas. It becomes a worthwhile thing, because the more BPOs you do, you don't have to go out and take the pictures. The people can go out there. As long as you train them, they can go ahead there and take the pictures for you. Also, the virtual assistant, if you use this suggestion, can actually coordinate the activities of these folks by daily telling them, okay, these are the addresses of the properties that we need to get BPOs done for today, and these are the type of pictures we need for this property, and this is the time we need them back. So in conclusion, virtual assistants can handle your BPO tasks and the BPO orders that you have. It really boils down to you, first of all, having a system in place that the virtual assistant can come in, take over the system, which essentially frees up your time so that you can work on getting even more BPOs that can be done effectively and efficiently, so that you meet the you try and exceed the expectations of the BPO company, so you don't lose the relationships with them. So what do you think? I'm sure that right now that after hearing what I've just said, your mind is basically buzzing with ideas and what you can have your virtual assistant do in regards to helping you with your broker price opinion. Well, if you have any ideas, comments, or suggestions, please come to my blog. My blog address is www.hireyourvirtualassistant.com/blog. Well, if you are the type that really you need to hire a virtual assistant right now that has been trained to handle broker price opinions, well, we can help you with that. We can provide you with virtual assistants that can do that for you. All you have to do is go to the top of my blog and look for the flashing button that says click here to hire your virtual assistant now, and click it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed creating this video. Thank you very much.